Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson we are going to do 2021 Mathematics Standard 2 multiple choice papers. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one, which of the following shapes has the largest perimeter? To work it out, we just need to work out perimeter of each of them. So for first one, option A, we have 8 centimeters for each side. So the perimeter of this is 8 times 4. So that will give me 32 centimeters. And for option B, so the perimeter of this is 11. We have another 11. So that is 22. We add 3, another 3, that is at 6. So 22 at 6 is 28 centimeters. And option C, so equilateral triangle. So the perimeter of this is 10 times 3. So that gives me 30 centimeters. And option D, so we have 4 here and we add another 4 is 8. So we have 8 add, this is 3, we add 9, that is 12. So that is 20 centimeters. So therefore, the largest perimeter is option A. That is 32 centimeters. That is the largest perimeter. Question number 2. What is the sum of the degrees of all the vertices in this network? So the degrees is this 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is in vertex A, we have a degrees of 4. So keep that in mind. And for vertex B, 1, 2, 3. So we add 3. And then vertex C, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we add another 4. And for vertex D, 1, 2. So we add 2. And vertex E, 1, 2, 3. So we add 3. So therefore, we just add them up. So we have 4 here. And we add 3 plus 3 is 6. That give me 10. We have 6 here. So 16 altogether. Otherwise, you can just put on a calculator. So the answer is D. There you go. Question 3. What is the mode of this data set? So remember, this is stem and leaf plot. So we need to read like this. Okay, this is 0, 6. So that is 6. And this is 8. And this is 12 and 14 and so on. So therefore, mode is the number that's frequently come out, okay, or most frequent if you like. So therefore, we can see here, this is 5, 5. So read as 25. So we have 25 is the mode. So therefore, the answer should be C. So there you go. Question 4. 3 years ago, an appliance was valued at $2,467. Its values had depreciated 15% each year based on the declining balance method. What is its salvage value today to the nearest dollar? So first of all, for declining balance, so we know that salvage value equal V naught bracket 1 minus the depreciations rates power of n. So we know that the original V naught is this because that was 3 years ago. Okay, so 2,467 and then we 1 minus 15%. So 15% means 15 over 100 and power of n. And we know that n is 3 years. So n is 3. So now what I do, I just put down on a calculator. So I just go 2,467 brackets 1 minus 15 over 100. And then, of course, power of 3. So there you go, $1,515.05. But to correct to nearest dollars, so the answer should be D, $1,515. Question 5. Peter currently earns $21.50 per hour. His hourly rate is increased by 2.1% compounded each year for the next 4 years. What is his hourly rate be after 4 years? So first of all, we need to use compound formula. So the future value is equal to present value and 1 plus R power n. And we know that the present value is $21.50. 1 plus the rate, that is 2.1%. So 2.1 over 100 because percents. And then power of n. And in this case, n is 4 years. So power 4. So that will give me. So what I do, I can just put on a calculator to simplify this because we cannot see directly from the options. But if you put on a calculator, we just go 1 plus 2.1 over 100. So that should give me, I just write this down, 21.50. And then 1 point, if you put on a calculator, give me 0.21 power 4. So therefore, the answer should be B. So there you go, option B. There you go. Question 6. What is the value of A correct to 3 significant figures? So in this case, so what we do, we know that A is equal to B over 7. So we know that B is 22. So what I do, I just put on a calculator. So A is equal to B, in this case, is 22. So 22 divided by 7. So I just go, B is 22 divided by, over means divided by, so 7. So there you go. We need to correct to 3 significant figures. So that means in this case here, all non-zero digits are significant. So in another word, we just need 3 digits. Okay, so that is 3.14 because after 4 is 2, so less than 5. So the answer is 3.14. So keep that in mind. Okay, so the answer is 3.14. That is A. There you go. Question 7. Which of the following graphs best shows the cumulative number of downloads up to and including each day? So first of all, we need to know that this is frequency histogram graph. And we need to convert that into cumulative frequency histogram. So what we need to do is we need to look at this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The number of download, it's increased steady. So for cumulative histogram, you can also increase constantly. But then 8, 9, 10, okay, it's jump a little bit. So therefore, for cumulative frequency histogram, so the gap is increased a bit more compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you look at option A, you can see from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they all increase steady. So cannot be this graph, okay? So the option A is wrong. Then if you look at option B, also from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're all increasing steady as well. So that is wrong, okay? And option C, so you can see from 1 to 6, they increase steady. And you can see 7, 8, 9, 10, there's a big gap, okay, jump in between those days. So therefore, the answer should be C. But then if you look at option D, you can see it start increasing and 7, 8, 9, 10 is increasing very little. So therefore cannot be D. Okay, so therefore the final answer, it should be C. There you go. Question 8. On a test, Z marks corresponded to a Z score of 2. So first of all, we know that his Z score is 2. So let me just write this down. Z is equal to 2. The test score has a mean of 63. So that is X bar is 63. And a standard deviations of 8. So SD is equal to 8. What was Zach's actual marks on the test? So first of all, we know that Zach actually scored 2 standard deviations above the average because Z is equal to 2. That means 2 standard deviations above the mean, if you like. So therefore, his actual score is the mean at 2 standard deviations. So which is 2 times 8. So that will give me, I just put on a calculator. So I just go 63 plus 2 times 8 is 16. Otherwise, just type 63 plus 2 times 8. So 79. So the answer is D. There you go. Question 9. A student is thinking of a number. Let the number be x. When the student subtracts 8 from this number and multiplies the result by 3, the answer is 2 more than x. So we need to write this sentence out. So first of all, if the student subtract 8 from this number, that means x is subtract 8 and multiply the result by 3. That means the whole lot you times by 3. And if we times by 3 like this, I can also put in the front. And the result is, or the answer is 2 more than x. So that is x plus 2. So that's the answer. So if we look at the options, so that should be, so option C. 3 bracket x minus 8 close bracket is equal to x plus 2. So that's it. So this is the options. There you go. Question 10. Which of the following best represents the graph of y equal 10 bracket 0.8 power of x? So first of all, what we do, we just substitute x is equal to 0 first, okay? So we can see where the graph start, okay? So we just put x equals 0. So just put on a calculator. So let me just put it on calculator. 10 bracket 0.8 power of 0, because x is 0. So start from 10. So when x is 0, y is equal to 10. So we know that the answer is here, 10, 10. And this is 8, so it's wrong. This is wrong. So we know that B and D are wrong. So there you go. Then we can have either A or C. Then to do this, we need to substitute another value in. So you can either make x is 2, 1, or 3, or 4, and so on. So let's make it x is equal to 2. So I just go, change the 0 to 2. So there you go, 6.4. So when x is equal to 2, so y is less than 10. So therefore, the answer is, see, let's say roughly if x 2 here, so this is less than 10. If this is 2 here, this is more than 10. So the answer should be A. Because it's for option A, when x is 2, the number less than 10. Okay, y is less than 10. So the answer should be A. There you go. Question 11. There are 8 chocolates in a box. 3 have peppermint centers and 5 have caramel centers. Kim randomly chooses a chocolate from the box and eats it. Sam then randomly chooses and eats one from the remaining chocolates. A partially complete probability tree is shown. What is the probability that Kim and Sam choose chocolate with different centers? So first of all, we need to complete the tree diagram first. So first of all, we know that peppermint, we have 3. And caramel, we have 5. So 5 caramel, 3 peppermints. Okay, so keep that in mind. So together, we have 8 in total. So altogether is 8. So this is for Kim. So if Kim pick a peppermint, so therefore the second state, that is Sam pick, we have only 2 peppermint to choose from. Because Kim already picked 1. So therefore 2 out of 7. Because Kim already picked 1 of the peppermint. And then the second one, for caramel, because Kim picked peppermint. So caramel still have 5 left. So 5 out of 7 because Kim picked 1 chocolate already. So there only 7 left. So keep that in mind. And don't forget these 2 add up must give me 1 whole. And this is add up also give me 1 whole. So keep that in mind. Okay. And if Kim pick a caramel instead of peppermint, so this means that Sam will have 3 peppermint to choose from because there are 3 peppermint, but Kim picked a caramel instead. Okay, so keep that in mind. So 3 out of 7. And caramel, because Kim already picked 1, so therefore 4 left. So 4 out of 7. So there you go. The question is, we need to have two different centers. So that is peppermint with caramel or caramel with peppermint. So let me just work out this branch first. The probability for this. So this one here, we have 3 over 8 and we times 5 over 7. And for this branch, we have 5 over 8 and we times by 3 over 7. So now what I do, I just add these two together. So let me just put on a calculator. So I just go 3 over 8 times 5 over 7. Then we add 5 over 8 and we times 3 over 7. So there you go, 15 over 28. So the answer is D. So there you go. Question 12. Which of the following is the approximations for the area of this block of land in square kilometers using two applications of the trapezoidal rule? So first of all, we know that the rule is A is approximately H over 2 and D first plus D last. And for first applications, so we can find area 1 first. So this is area 1 is H. H is the width of the strip from here to here. So that is 6, right? So 6 is a H over 2. And then D first. So this is D first. So that is 1.2. And we add. So 1.2. And we add D last. So D last is this one here. So which is 2. So we add 2. So there you go. And then so second area. So this becomes D1 and this is D2. And this is D last. So therefore I2 will give me the height, which is 6, is exactly the same. From 6 to 12 is 6 units. Otherwise, you can just go 12 minus 6. So which is 6. So 6 over 2. And then D first, that is 2 units. That is 2 there. And then we add D last, that is 1.4. So there you go. So this is approximations. So what I do, I just add these two together. So I just put on a calculator. So just go 6 over 2 and at brackets 1.2 plus 2 brackets, and we just put all together, okay? At 6 over 2, we brackets, and then 2 plus 1.4 close brackets. So there you go, 19.8. So the answer is B. So 19.8. So there you go. (13) The time taken to clean a warehouse vary inversely with the number of cleaners employed. So first of all, we know that vary inversely. So let's say T is the time. So that means T is equal to vary inversely. That means K over number of cleaners. So that means let's say N is number of cleaners. So T is equal to K over N. That is a general rule for inversely proportional to, if you like. So it takes 8 cleaners for 60 hours to clean a warehouse. So that means when N equal 8, T equals 60. We just need to find K first, okay? So that means 60 is equal to K over 8. So to solve for K, I times this by 8. I times this by 8. So that cancel out. So therefore, I just put that on a calculator. Otherwise, I go 8 times 6 is 48. So 480. So K equal 480. So therefore, the actual rule for this is T is equal to 480 over N. So there you go. But the question is, how many hours would it take for 10 cleaners to clean the same warehouse? Okay, so n is 10. So that means T is equal to 480 divided by 10. So that cancel out. So that is 48. So the answer should be B, 48. Question 14. What is the true bearing of A from B? So don't forget from B. That means from B to A. So therefore, we need to write a reference point from B, because from B to A. So for true bearing, we start from north and we go clockwise. There you go. That is the bearing from B to A. And we know that this angle here is 25. So this angle here must be 25 as well, because its alternate angles are equal in parallel lines, if you like. So we know that from here to here is 270. So the bearing is 270 and we add 25. So therefore 270 plus 20 is 290. Add another 5, 295 degrees. Of course, you can just put down a calculator and you get 295. So the answer should be D. There you go. Last one. So first of all, we know that the ratio of professional runners to amateur was 3 to 16. So let me just write this down. So P to A is 3 to 16. And we know that there are 11,400 runners altogether. So let me just work out each of them first. So altogether is 19 parts, because 3 plus 6 is 19. So therefore, for professional runner, P is 3 out of 19. And we times 11,400. That should give me, I just put on a calculator. So I just go 3 divided by 19 times 11400. So 1,800. So 1,800. And for A, amateurs, so that means 16 out of 19. And we times by 11,400. So that should give me, I just put on a calculator. So I just go 16 divided by 19 times 11,400. So 9,600. So 9,600. So there you go. So the question is, for those who complete the race, what is the ratio in simplest form of professional runners to amateurs? So now we know that the question is P is to A, okay, for completing the race. And we know that all professionals complete their race. So which is, we have 1,800. And for amateurs, because 600 did not complete the race, so we do 9,000 minus 600. So the answer should be 9,000. So 9,000 complete the race. So there you go. So what I do, I simplify this. So I can just put on a calculator, or I can just cancel these 2 zeros first. 1, 2. So now I can just put on a calculator. 18 over 90. So there you go, 1/5. So 1, 2, 5. So the answer should be B. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.